Hello everyone, welcome back to another third grade math lesson. My name is Miss Chismore. I'm going to be hanging out with you guys today. So we're going to be working some more on multiplication, and let's go ahead and get started. So we're just going to do a quick warm-up. We're going to count from 1 to 21 out loud together, and then we're going to do a couple other things before we start skip counting by threes. So let's go ahead. We're just going to count from 1 to 21 out loud. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So now when we count, I want you to whisper 1, 2, and then say out loud 3. Whisper 4, 5, say 6, and keep going like that. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21. So now when we do it, just do the same thing, except we're going to think 1, 2, and then we're going to say 3. We're going to think 4, 5, and then say 6. Ready? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So now we're just going to go by threes. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and 21. So we just skip counted by threes. Skip counting is a really important skill that we're going to use in multiplication. So I want you to go ahead, and if you want to practice that, there will be some links in the learning guide to more resources that help you with skip counting. So now we're going to practice adding equal groups. So we have two different problems here. I'm just going to draw a line so we know which ones are which. So we're going to look at this one. So we have 3 groups here, 1, 2, 3, and there are 2 in each. So I'm just going to write a quick repeated addition equation here. 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. And we're able to add them because they are the same number of circles in each group. I'm just going to try it again over here. We have 4 plus 4. Because we have 2 groups here, I'm just going to circle these. We have 1 group of 4 here and 1 group of 4 over here. So 4 plus 4 equals 8. So we can also write multiplication sentences for these. I'm going to do that real quick. So we have 2 groups, and there are 4 circles in each. So I'm going to write 2 times 4 equals 8. Do the same thing over here. We have 3 groups with 2 circles each. So 3 times 2 equals 6. I'm going to go ahead and clear my screen. Move on to the application problem. So go ahead and grab your whiteboards and a marker. We're going to work on this one together. So this says, I'm going to use a stamp. So a heart is going to represent a lemon for us here. Jordan uses 3 lemons to make 1 pitcher of lemonade. He makes 4 pitchers. So how many does he use altogether? So I'm going to draw out our first pitcher. I'm going to use hearts just because I can use it as a stamp. You can draw circles. You can draw actual lemons if you want. But so here is 1 group, so 1 pitcher of lemonade because he uses 3 to make 1 pitcher, and he wants to make 4 pitchers. So we have 1 here. I'm going to make another 3 because that is another pitcher. So that's 2 pitchers, and he makes 4 together. So I'm just going to keep adding until we have 4 pitchers. So there's 3 pitchers and 4 pitchers. So how many does he have altogether? Well, I'm going to go ahead. You can practice writing a repeated addition sentence if you want. I'm going to write a multiplication sentence. So I have 4 groups. Oops, still have a stamp going there. I have 4 groups, or 4 pitchers, and each pitcher uses 3 lemons each. So how many do we have altogether? So you can count them. You can skip count because we just skip counted by threes. Or you can add them together like a repeated addition equation, but 4 times 3 is going to equal 12. If you double check, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stamps altogether, so 12 lemons. That means that our answer is correct. So I'm gonna go ahead, clear my screen, move on to the next problem. So we're just gonna keep practicing that. I want you to take a look at this. So these are kind of structured like arrays. And so it's pretty much the same thing. We have 4 columns and 4 rows. So we can actually just write that into a multiplication sentence right now. We have 4 columns or 4 groups. Where'd my pen go? So 4 columns or 4 groups. And there are 4 rectangles in each group. So 4 times 4. And how many do we have altogether? Well, you can count them. You can add the groups or the rows, but 4 times 4 equals 16. We'll double check. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Let's take a look at this one over here. I'm going to move something down real quick. So this time we have 3 groups. And each group has 4 rectangles in it. So I'm going to write that down. So 3 times 4 equals what? Well, we can skip count by 3s like we did earlier in our warm-up. We can add each row together, or we can count them. I'm going to skip count. So 3, 6, 9, and 12. 3 times 4 equals 12. So that's just an easy way for us to look at arrays and be able to quickly find out how many we have in total. It's a lot faster to multiply than it is to count or write a repeated addition sentence or skip count. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep working on those with you guys. Let's go to the next one. So now we have it structured a little bit differently. We have them in circles. So there are 5 triangles in each circle. And so I'm gonna go ahead and have you guys pause the video, take a look at that, and you can write a repeated addition equation and a multiplication sentence, and then I want you to come up with the answer. So go ahead and pause this video real quick, and when you press play, I am going to go over it. So I'm gonna start with the repeated addition sentence. I have 5 here, 5 here, and 5 here. So I have equal groups, which is what I need to make sure I have. And I'm going to add them together. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 5 equals 15. Now I'm going to write a multiplication sentence. So I have 3 groups, and each group has 5 triangles in it. So 3 times 5 equals 15. And you can double check that by counting. You can check it with your repeated addition sentence, or you can just count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So go ahead and clear that. Move on to the next one. So now I have it looks like an array, very structured. We have groups and rows. So go ahead and try to write a multiplication sentence for that. Go ahead and pause this video and try that out, and then I'm going to go over it. So we have 5 columns here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and each column has 3 triangles in it. So I have 5 total groups, and each group has 3 triangles in it. So 5 times 3, we just did that one on the last problem, is 15. And again, you can skip count, you can add them together, you can count. So I'm going to skip count by 5. So 5, 10, and 15, just to double check and make sure our answer is correct. Clear my screen. And that is the end of kind of my little lesson. So now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to go over to the problem set for us to look at and work through together. So you can keep your whiteboards out for that. Pull this up for us. Here we go. Why is it not showing up? Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. There it is. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. So use the erase below to answer each set of questions. So you can go ahead and just keep working with your whiteboards. And I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the first couple together, and then I'm gonna set you loose and you can work on like 3, 4, and 5 by yourselves, and then I'll go over all of them with you. So use the erase below. So how many rows of cars? So remember, rows are the ones that go like this. So how many rows of cars are there? There's one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. There are 4 rows of cars. How many cars are there in each row? 1, 2. Just like that. Let's look at number 2. What is the number of rows? So remember, rows are going like this. It's going horizontal. So 1, 2, and 3. We have 3 rows. How many objects are in each row? So you can just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 total. Let's go ahead and move down. There are 4 spoons in each row. How many spoons are in 2 rows? So this is kind of like our multiplications sentence, and that's what part B is asking us to do. So how many spoons are there in 2 rows? So you can add 4 plus 4, you can count, and then we're gonna have to write our multiplication sentence. So 4 plus 4 is 8, and write a multiplication expression. So we have 2 rows, right? So 2 groups, and there are 4 spoons in each row. So 2 times 4 equals 8. Let's go ahead and try out 4 and 5 on your own. You can pause the video. I'm gonna keep going and explain. So if you wanna try it on your own, you can. And if not, I'm gonna keep going. So there are 5 rows of triangles. How many triangles are in each row? So again, you can count. Here are the rows. There are 5 going down the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there are 4 in each. 4 triangles in each row. Write a multiplication expression. So we have 5 rows, or 5 groups, and there are 4 triangles in each. And how many triangles do we have altogether? 20. So again, you can skip count, you can count individually, or you can add. I'm gonna skip count because I think it's quicker. So 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. Again, I'll go over resources at the end of this video, but I'll have some linked in the learning guide for you to check out. All right, number 5. Redraw the dots as an array that shows 2 rows of 5. I don't have dots, I'm gonna use stars. You can redraw them as dots, but I only have a star stamp. So redraw the dots as an array that shows 2 rows of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1 row. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I have 2 rows of 5, 2 rows with 5 dots in each. So to compare the drawing to your array, what is one reason that they are the same and one reason that they are different? So one reason that they are the same, I'm not going to write it out, I'm just going to tell you. One way that they're the same. There are the same number of stars here and the same number of dots here. There should be 10 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 2 rows of 5 is 10. So 5 plus 5 equals 10. How are they different? This one is in an array structure, which means it's more organized and you can clearly see them. This one's just kind of grouped together. They're both equal groups, but one is more organized than the other. That is what you would want to write there. Oops, forgot to clear my screen. Okay, so 6 and 7. Again, try 6 and 7 on your own if you want to challenge yourself. If not, I'm going to go over them in depth if you still need a little bit of help. You can pause the video at any point if you want to keep trying on your own, or if you want, you can just press play and I'm going to explain them. So again, I'm going to use a stamp. I'm going to use more stars. Emma collects rocks. She arranges them in 4 rows of 3. Draw Emma's array and then write a multiplication equation. So 4 rows of 3. Rows are going side to side. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there is the array. Write a multiplication equation. So remember, we have 4 groups, and there are 3 rocks, or 3 stars in this case, in each group. So 4 times 3 equals what? You can skip count, you can add, or you can count individually. Again, I like to skip count because I think it's quicker. So 3, 6, 9, and 12. Here we go. So Josh organizes cans of food into an array. He thinks my cans show 5 times 3. Draw Joshua's array to find the total number of cans he organizes. So it shows 5 times 3. Remember, 5 is going to be the number of groups, and 3 is how many are in each group. So again, I'm going to grab my stamp here and use stars. So we have 5 groups of 3. So it should look like this. 5 groups with 3 stars in each. Does that show 5 times 3, which equals 15? So you should have 15 stars total. 5, 10, 15. We have 5 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have 3 stars in each. There we go. All right, I'm going to clear my screen. I'm going to move on to the exit ticket. Just 2 quick problems. So there are 4 rows of stars. How many stars are in each row? That's super easy. Let's just count 1, 2, 3 in each row and write a multiplication sentence. So there are 4 rows, which is our number of groups, so 4. And there are 3 stars in each. 4 times 3 equals 12. Remember, you can skip count, you can add, you can count them individually. I'm going to skip count again just because I prefer it. 3, 6, 9, and 12. When you look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 6, 9, 12. Judy collects seashells. She arranges them in 3 rows of 6. Draw Judy's array to show how many seashells she has altogether and write a multiplication sentence. Go ahead and write that out. She collects seashells, 3 rows of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's 1 row, 2, and 3. Write a multiplication sentence. So I have 3 rows. There are 6 stars in each row. How many do I have all together? And that should equal 18. So I'm going to count for this one individually just because I haven't really gone over skip counting by 6s yet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. And that is all for our exit ticket. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. That is all for this lesson. I hope you had a great time. And if you want some extra resources or extra practice, like always, I always link the homework for this if you'd like to try it out on your own, and some extra resources for you if you want more practice. So go ahead and check those out. I hope you had a great time. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.